Hello again, and what a beautiful day. We had rain first thing this morning, but now it is absolutely gorgeous. I'm here today to talk to you about one of the Netgalley books that I was sent for review. It comes out beginning of next month, and it's The Light of the Midnight Stars by Rena Rossner. I did read The Sisters of the Winterwood last year by Rena Rossner, and that was a mix of fairy tale and Jewish history. She tends to write about Jewish history, about sorts of persecution of the Jews back in centuries ago, and weave the story with fairy tales. And this one is the same. It is stories of the Jewish persecution, this time in 14th century Hungary. And again, she's mixing myth, fairy tale, figures and events from history at that time with her own family's history to create this story. I was expecting the magical elements that were in Sisters of the Winterwood, and that's not in this one. This one seems darker, a lot darker. It's the story of Rabbi Isaac and his 3 daughters and the magic that they have within them. Hannah, she can connect with the ground and make things grow. Sarah can control fire, and Levana can read the stars. She can look into the sky and determine what's happening from the paths that the stars are making. But there's a black mist descending, and this mist, is it the plague? Is it the persecution? It's a black mist. It's not made clear what exactly it is, but you get the feeling that this black mist is detrimental and devastating. And the rabbi and his followers, through magic, they are managing just to keep it at bay. And the family are able to live their devout lives. But then there's an awful tragedy that occurs, and they're forced to flee. So they go off to this new land, this new place, where they change their names and they hide their religion. Although the place that they've gone to has a religious allow a religious freedom, they do keep their religions hidden. And it's the story of what happens. The book's written in 3 points of view. You have each sister has their own narrative. So you get chapters with Hannah, Sarah, Levana. And there is a little bit of young adult in there, because these girls are young, and so they're thinking all the time of love and marriage. But you get their sense of their deep love for their family, for their faith. And the religious persecution that the Jews came under in this book, it is a lot darker and a lot more real. There is a couple of scenes, and be aware of this, there are a couple of scenes that are just really, really disturbing. The author this time doesn't shield the reader from the reality of what the Jews suffered in this time. But the magical element is breathtaking. I mean, the dragons. Who doesn't love a dragon? On the whole, I preferred the Sisters of the Winterwood. I preferred the magic in that one. But I did enjoy this because each sister's story develops. You get to know each sister, and you see them understanding their own abilities, and you see their own growth. And I did like the way she weaved the fairy tales and the storytelling into the book as well. And of course there is a dragon, you know. On the whole, I preferred the other one, but yes, this was an enjoyable read too. So if you like history, magic, fairy tales, pick it up. So that is my review of The Light of the Midnight Stars. It comes out 12th of, I think it's the 12th of April. It's definitely the beginning of April. So happy reading, and I will see you next time. Bye.